Alright babes, so I just wanted to sit down with you guys and talk to you guys for just a couple of minutes before I do start the video. I just wanted to let you guys know kind of, I guess, heart to heart that all this stuff that I'm showing in my video, it did take me a while to get. It's not something that I just like started out with, like my makeup and all that. I didn't start out with any of that. You know, I had to start with nothing. You know, I started from the bottom. I started with absolutely nothing. And I just kind of worked my way up to getting all of the makeup that I have now. All the way over there to my studio lights, my mirror, all that. Like, I started with just a little handheld mirror, and I used to do my makeup with that. So I just kind of wanted to speak to you guys and let you guys know that even if you guys are just starting out, that's perfectly fine. Like, you guys don't have to start out with, you know, all these like huge vanities and like makeup lighting and all that. Like, you could start out with that. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with starting out with that. But to the girls that are starting out with nothing and like working their way up, doing step by step by step, all that, like, there's nothing wrong with starting out with that. Like, there's nothing wrong like starting out like that. I started out with, like I said, nothing. And over the past, you know, years, I have, this past year alone, I'll start with just this past year alone. I've recently got more makeup, of course, that's to be expected. But like my mirror, I just got that a couple of months ago. Like, I didn't have a big fancy mirror. All I had was a little vanity mirror that stands up. That's all I had, and that's what I did my makeup with. And then I recently got this big old mirror that you guys are going to see in my video, and yes, like, I love it. It's not one of those mirrors that everybody has. It doesn't have all those LED lights on it, but you know what? I love it. And then about the studio lighting, like, my husband found the studio lighting and he put it up in here, and it wasn't even studio lighting. Like, it came out of our garage. So like, and he brought it in here and like put LED lights in it and made it my studio lighting. So like, that's the point that I'm trying to make to you guys, that even if y'all don't have the studio lighting and y'all have something like mine that's just a bar with lights on it, and then you add LEDs to it, babes, like, that's perfectly fine. Like, you don't have to have all these fancy things, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to start with nothing and work your way up, because at the end of the day, I'm so thankful for where I am at this point in my life that I wouldn't go back and I wouldn't do anything different. And I just wanted you guys to know, like, heart to heart, that anything that I have in my video, I've literally busted my ass for. That's just kind of something I wanted to start the video off with. And if I offended anybody, that was by nowhere near my means. I just kind of wanted to have a little heart-to-heart conversation with you guys and let you guys know that it is okay to start from the bottom and work your way up. You don't have to start with anything fancy to be able to do what you want to do in life, whatever that might be. So yeah, I hope that you guys do enjoy the video. We're gonna move aside from our little heart-to-heart convo. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. It is showing you my makeup, basically everything in my princess room. It's gonna show you guys everything. This video has been highly requested, and I've been kind of just putting it off because I'm just not one of those kind of people that likes to flash off the stuff that I have, or like show everybody the stuff I have, unless I'm using it in a tutorial. So this video was kind of stepping outside of my comfort zone, but it's a good thing, because if I never step outside my comfort zone, I'm never gonna know where I'm going. So I do appreciate you guys highly recommending this video, and I'm gonna try and get a couple of more videos that you guys did recommend up. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I hope to see you guys in. So this drawer just consists of my setting sprays, my concealers, foundations, eyebrow cream, gel. So over here, this one is my favorite drugstore primer. It is the Infallible Matte Lock by L'Oreal Paris. And then my high-end favorite primer is going to be the Smashbox Photo Finish. Over here, my favorite foundation is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made. And then this is my eyebrow gel mascara, whatever you want to call it. I use it just for my brows though. It kind of just locks your brows into place. This is my brow pomade. It's by e.l.f. It's in the shade, I don't even know, Espresso. This is my brow gel. It is a dupe version of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I feel like this works exactly the same, but it's just for a cheaper value. What else? Let's see. This is my go-to favorite setting spray. And I can consider this a drugstore, but except for you can't find it in a drugstore, so it can't be a drugstore, but it is very cheap. And then for my high end would be the Urban Decay All Nighter. Then we're gonna move on over here to the concealers. This one is my all-time favorite concealer. It is the Master Conceal by Maybelline New York. And then I'm gonna show you two primers. They are high end, but they work amazing, and they are the Too Faced. These two work bomb.com, but like I said, this one is more my favorite. I also have the Morphe one too. It's a really good one. I got the Makeup Revolution as well. This one right here is very full coverage. I just ended up getting the wrong shade, and I haven't been back to buy another one yet, so I kind of just leave that one chilling there. But the Morphe one does work very well, but I just kind of stick with the same one that I always use. Alright, now then this drawer right here is just my bronzers and my highlighters. These two bronzers right here, I can't tell you which one I like the most because I use them both a whole lot. Like, I love both of them very much. This one is the Cora, and then this one is, as you can tell, like, the summer shade is my all-time favorite. I've already hit pan on it. And then over here is just, like, I guess a mixture of, like, bronzers and highlighters, but mainly bronzers. So, like, this one is a bronzer, and I like it, but I just don't feel like it's very, like, I feel like a lot of it has to go, like, you have to put a lot of it on in order for it to show up, so I don't use it as much. This one is like a drugstore. It's Wet n Wild. It's actually a highlighter, but I use this as, like, eyeshadow and highlighter. Basically for anything. Like, it's so pretty. It's sparkly, shimmery. I just love this one. And then I have also the Lorac highlight and bronzer, which I don't use. I have used it a handful of times, but my all-time favorite bronzer is the Too Faced. It's part of the Sweetheart collection. This one is my all-time favorite. Looks like this. It's just a bronzer. This is my go-to bronzer. I don't really have a drugstore bronzer that I like a lot to show you guys. I only have the Too Faced one, and this is the one that I use every single day. This one is my blush. It's also the Sweetheart blush as well. That's what it looks like. I don't wear blush a whole lot, so that's why this one still looks brand new. I wear blush like very seldom, so it's not like anything, but this is my favorite blush as well. And like I said, they come from the Sweetheart collection. The last thing that I want to show you guys in this drawer is the Urban Decay, the Naked. Damn it. That'd be the word. It looks like this. This stuff is very pigmented. I use it as a highlighter. I also use it as eyeshadow. I just basically use this for anything I could use it for. It is my all-time favorite go-to. I use it a whole lot as well. So this is just my lashes. I have two of the same brand. This one is my favorite lash. It's Ritzy. It's by Kiss, but it's the style Ritzy. These ones are my favorite lashes right now. This one is the exact same one. I also have the Kiss, the Shy ones. These ones are so much more natural. So if you're just kind of looking for a natural look, these ones would be for you. And then the next ones that I have is Flirty, which are these ones. They're also by Kiss. They're beautiful. They're like a little more dramatic though. And then I have some over here by Juno, which I haven't had a chance to try these ones out yet. I just ordered them, so I haven't tried them out just yet, but I do plan on it. And then I have my glue, my curlers. Over here in this drawer, this is just like a mixture of my glitters, my liner, like my liquid liners. Also my mascaras, my tape for whenever I'm doing a certain look, like I want the preciseness of it. And then over here in the back, I just have a bunch of like extra brushes. I'm real big about having brushes put to the side just for in case of anything, if I have clients or anything like that. So I just have brushes put up for that. All right, the next thing we're going to be looking at is lipsticks, lippies, lip glosses. So this specific container right here, this is all just my mattes. I have all different brands in here. You guys know that this one is my all-time favorite. It's the Liquid Catsuit shade 924B. This one is my go-to. I use it every single day, just about. I also have my Jeffree Stars in here. Just a mixture of different brands. And these ones are all just mattes. And then right here, I just have my chapsticks and my lip scrub. And then up here, I have my lipsticks. I don't really have a specific lipstick that I like because I don't wear lipstick a lot. That's why you only see a handful in there. Then the next thing I have over here is my lip glosses. I have, you know, just a little small variety as well of lip glosses. What is this one? Oh, I just have a very small variety as well because I don't wear lip glosses as much either. I'm a big, like, lippy person. I like them to dry matte. That's just kind of my style. This is more my department. And then right here, I just have the e.l.f. Perfect Finish Powder. I actually use this for whenever I wear my matte lipsticks. I just dab into this. And I dab it onto my lips, and it actually sets your matte like quicker than just letting it dry. And it also takes the stickiness away as well. The next thing we're looking at is just my loose glitters, my eyeshadow individual singles, and my glitter glues. So I don't have a specific like loose glitter that I like. I use all different brands from anywhere, so I don't have a specific one that I could show you guys. I do have a specific glitter though, a glitter glue that I like, and it is the Too Faced glitter glue. This is my go-to glitter glue. I also use it for when I'm using like eyeshadows that have like the cream glitters, or you know, the shades or whatever. I end up putting this down first and then I will use it. So this is actually something I use for more than just glitter. I also have the next one over here, but I have not used it yet because I'm so stuck on this one. So, but yeah, these are just my glitters, all different brands. In here, I've got NYX, MAC, I've got e.l.f. up here, some Ulta. So it's just a whole bunch of different brands mixed. All right, guys, now we're starting with eyeshadow palettes. So you guys know that the Manny one is like my all-time favorite. She looks like this. As you can tell, this one is my all-time favorite shade, which is Beat. And then the next thing we have is the Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection up in here. And this is what all the Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection looks like. This purple one right here. This one is, oops, it's upside down, shit. Bling Boss. This green one right here is Dark Magic. This orange one right here is Ring the Alarm. And then this one right here is Armed and Gorgeous. This one right here is by far my favorite palette, the Armed and Gorgeous one. Right, so this is the next drawer that we are looking in. I've got the Modern Renaissance, the Glitter, Subculture, and the Prism. These two right here I have never ever even touched. I bought them, I guess, just to have them, but I've never touched them. This palette right here is also another one of my favorites. What it looks like. This is one of my top favorite palettes. I know it doesn't look like I use it a lot, but these little stars, they stay really good. So no matter how many times you use it, mine has not went away just yet. And this one is the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. One of my all-time favorites. One we're going to be talking about is the Laura Lee. I have the little set. It has the party animal up here and then the Boss Babe down here. Then you open it. It looks like this. I don't use these palettes as much as I figured I would. They are very good, but they're really chalky, so I don't use them as much. Alright guys, I know that all y'all got a drawer just like this one. This is just a drawer that is full of makeup that I don't use. I got my Stila palette, my Paris Hilton. This is actually a highlighter palette, but I used it for my eyes one time. I got the ColourPop, and then I got NYX. I don't use any of these palettes like I should be using them. So they're kind of like in the bottom drawer just chilling because, you know, they're just not a palette that I like to use a whole lot. And I know you guys can relate to that because I'm pretty for sure y'all have palettes that y'all just love. Y'all aren't going to get rid of, but y'all never use them. Alright guys, so now we're on to palettes that were inside my drawer that we just got a stand for. So I use every single one of these palettes like on a day-to-day almost. So these are more like my favorite palettes. Not all of my favorite palettes are up here, but I ran out of space like in my vanity. I ran out of a lot of space, so I just ended up trying to find space. So we just went and bought like a little organizer stand thing. So that's kind of what we're working with now, and it actually works out very well. So I'm about to show you guys the palettes that I have up here. I'm going to show you guys the inside of them, and yeah. So this is where we're going to start opening the palettes. I'm going to kind of show you the inside of them. So this one is the Laura Lee Nudie Patootie. I love this palette a lot. Let me show you guys the inside of it. Yeah. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. Don't mind this. It fell and broke. So, but yeah, I love this palette a lot. I use this one a whole lot more than I use the Party Animal and the Boss Babe. This palette is like a go-to for me when I'm going to do a neutral look. Alright, the next one is going to be the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. She looks like this. I've used this palette like a handful of times, if that. It's a really pretty palette. I just have it basically just to have it. I don't use it as much as I would like to. Alright, the next one's going to be the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. I do use this one a lot. I love it. I love all the colors in it. I'm dying for like these three colors down here. They are my favorite. Alright, the next one we're going to go into is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. You'll see that I use this one a whole lot. Looks like this. I use this one a whole lot for like my more colorful shades. Like this palette is a definite palette that you guys need if you don't have. Like I highly recommend that palette. The next palette we're going to bring out is the Morphe 3502 palette. Looks like this. I use mainly the reds and the oranges in this one. I don't really use the browns as much because I have other palettes that have browns in them. So I just have this palette to use like the more fallish kind of color shades, I guess. Alright, the next palette is going to be the Morphe. This one's a more older palette. It's the 35U. And you'll see that it's an older palette. It looks like this. This one's more like of shimmery colors than matte. They have mattes in them, but they have a lot more shimmer in them. But yes, I love this palette. It's just, it's not sold anymore, so I can't recommend that you buy it. This one is the new, more newer. It's the Morphe 35M palette. It looks like this. Your girl loves this palette right here. I do use this one a whole lot. So if you haven't gotten your hands on this one, I do suggest you buying this one as well. You're going to hear it a lot. I'll probably suggest every damn palette that I have. But I do recommend this one a whole lot too.
Just see me in a reflection on that.
Alright, the next one I'm going to be showing you guys is this one right now. I mean, not right now, but this one is hands down one of my more favorite palettes. Like, if I could pick 5 palettes to go anywhere with, it would be, this one would be in my top 5. I love this palette. I've loved it since I got it. You guys could tell that I do use this palette a whole lot. But yeah, this is the Jaclyn Hill palette. Alright, the last palette that I'm going to show you guys is the Morphe. It's the Dare to Create palette, the 39A. And it looks like this. This palette right here, it's a big palette for all the color schemes, whatever. But yeah, I love this palette a lot. I use more of the greens and the blues in it. I've been trying to play around with the other colors that are in it, but it's a little hard because I have so many palettes that have a lot of the same colors. So, but yeah, this one's a really good palette too. So I have this little brush container holder. It has my Morphe foundation brush, which I don't use a whole lot because I really like my blenders, my beauty blenders. And then I have all these little, like little art brushes, paint brushes, whatever you want to call them. I have a whole bunch of these because when I do like my SFX makeup, or when I do like face paints, when I do different looks and stuff, I tend to use these because I really like them. And they also help me when I'm painting my face and stuff like that. And then over here I have like my little scissors, my little eyelash applicator. This is just a cup full of things that I use for my eyes, like my eyebrow shapers and stuff like that. And then over here, this is my beauty blender little container. I have my Morphe beauty blender. This is my all-time favorite beauty blender, and I think it was only like $6, so it wasn't even expensive. And then I also just recently got my hands on the Juno beauty blender. It's actually a pretty neat beauty blender as well. And then over here I have just a whole, it's like a 6 container thing. This is right here is just strictly for my eyebrows. This is my, my little eyebrow pencils, and I use this whenever I conceal my eyes and clean up my brows. These are just brushes that I have that I don't really use a lot, but I can't seem to get rid of them. I like them too much. And then in this little department right here, this is like my highlighter brushes, my bronzer brush. These are just brushes I use on my face, so I call them, my face brushes. Over here, this is just my little eyeliners. I use them for when I draw on my face, for my makeup looks, or when I put them on the inner part of my eyes. I just have all kinds of different colors. And then back here, this is my paint and stuff for whenever I paint on my face and do little makeup looks. So I have the little part back here filled up with paint. And then over here, this is just my makeup brushes, my everyday makeup brushes. These are my, I have them separated. I'm just real big. Like this side over here is just like Elf, Wet n Wild, BH Cosmetics, just a mixture of brushes. But on this side, I have my Morphe brushes completely separated. I don't know, I'm just real big. I keep certain brushes separated. So I have my Morphe on this side and then the rest of them on this side. All right, guys, so this is what my vanity looks like. I'm trying to go slow so you guys can see it. So this is my little mirror that I use all the time. This one right here. And then down here I just have like little pictures. Like these came with my Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Of course, me and my husband, Manny, you know, just little things. And then over here I've got my brushes. Of course, all this you guys seen in the video. My little recording station. And then I got my chair right here. You see that I got sunflower pillow. I really love sunflowers. I don't know, they're just super cute to me. And so like I'm kind of trying to incorporate it a little bit into my room, but not very much because it doesn't really match my theme. And then of course the blanket you see that says sunshine on it. My sister got that made for me last Christmas. And the blanket just means a lot to me. My nickname has always been Sunshine growing up. So, I really love this blanket a lot. I have it in here. It's always on my chair. And then of course I got my little crown because as I was growing up, I was also called a princess. So growing up, I was a princess, a sunshine for my sister. So she kind of incorporated both of them into the blanket. So yeah, shout out to my sister. So, and you guys see my trash can. Once again, I'm going to go around and I'm going to show you the vanity one more time. That's what it looks like. And then I'm going to go ahead and take you up a little bit. This is, of course, my selfie stick. And then those are my studio lights. Of course, it's nothing super fancy, but I do love the way that my husband did put my princess room together. I think he couldn't have done a better job. I mean, it is beautiful and I'm very proud of it. All right, guys, so this is going to be the last thing I'm going to be showing you guys. So up here, my husband kind of created this little thing up here. So it starts with, you know, the cross and the heart. And that's kind of where God starts with. And then it comes down to dream. And my dream is to be a, you know, beauty blogger, YouTuber kind of thing. So he kind of created that and it kind of comes down. And then it all makes sense into my 5 favorite beauty bloggers, which the first one up here is Manny. And then I have Jaclyn Hill down here. Of course, the Jaclyn Hill Vault. I have my Jeffree Star down here. And up here I have Laura Lee. So these people, they really influence my day-to-day life. So that's why I have like their palettes up there. It's kind of like an inside thing, but since I'm kind of taking you guys more into depth into my princess room, I figured I would explain it to you guys. And then down here I have my Morphe 35M because one day I hope to be able to be part of Morphe, be able to be put on their PR list, you know, even going as far as to maybe hopefully one day, you know, create my own palette like Jaclyn and all them got to. Like, that's something that's really big to me. It's something that I want to do in my life. So that's also why they're a part of, you know, my dream. And then yeah, so it's just like little decor from there on. I've got like my little perfumes, my little bags, my lotions, my jewelry. Then in this little cubicle is my business cards, Blinky Burks, because that's also another one of my side businesses. And then over here, you know, this little department, this is just my hair care, like my straighteners, my blow dryers, things like that. So yeah, I just wanted to take you guys on a little tour, and I really do hope you guys appreciated the tour. I got a lot of insight on people wanting me to do it for them. So one more time, this is what this looks like, and I really hope you guys did enjoy the video.